Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here for our round 2 of our Oval Track series. This one is a new one as well. This is Tony Rust Oval, all the way from Windhoek and Namibia. So yeah, last week we had some action-packed first round with a lot of drivers out and fighting for the inaugural position and standings. And yeah, I'll give you guys an update now on where we are. Oval Track. So, current championship standings on our Oval League. We've got position 1 is Karel van der Merwe with 45 points. Second, we've got Kyle Wilshire at 39. JP van der Spies making his position into 37. Christopher Boertes is now in 4th. Christopher Long will make it position into 5th. Matthew van der Merwe in 6th. Nico Smith in 7th. Peter Grobler 8th. Warwick Stewart's also joining them there in 8th, which is 8th and 9th respectively. And Peter Geldenhuys brings it up and wraps up the top 10. So lots of positions and points to score tonight. And it's definitely not the end of this race. Remember, we are doing 2 or 3 races. We're actually doing 3 races, and this is only a second one. So it should come to no surprise that the action is still far from even knowing who's going to take it. But anyway, with while we're counting down till 8 o'clock for our racing starts, let's, like they say, let's get this party started.
Gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
Righty, yeah, as we are getting ready to rumble tonight with our second series about to start, I can see tension growing already, and these guys are talking to each other in the back end, the driver's briefing room, as well as in the general chat, and sparks are flying, and these guys are rubbing it up already. So yeah, it's going to be a fun, interesting one tonight. I think the guys, the top runners, should get into some some good times tonight. And, this is the second race. Guys are getting used to these cars. Maybe previously, last week, they were battling still to get used to the cars and the tracks. But we're almost there. We're just trying to get these servers up, and then we shall join them. And, guys, you can view the action. We are live now. Let's just get into the servers, and we'll be back soon.
Show me a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to get down, down. Show me a piece of your heart, a piece of your love. I'm calling you up to get down, down, down. The way that we touch is never enough. I'm turning you up to get down, down, down.
What? Sorry, just quickly. What if it's
da da da, down, down. Show me easy, show me the heartache. I'll be what you want, and it's physical. Keep it subliminal. Show me what you want.
Alrighty, as we are now going live and 1 minute and a half to go, we can see already these guys are lined up to start, and we will have the likes of Karel van der Merwe, who will be racing as well here, together with Christo Boertes, Christopher Long, Conrad Janssen van Rensburg, Tony van Rooyen, Dirkie Johannes, DJ Erasmus, Peter Grobler, and Warwick Stuart. Those will be our initial racing tennis tonight. Righty, our lights are on currently, and guys are now making their way down this hill, and then they will enter the oval track now. Let me just jump back to the pits here for a second, and then we can see already in on the pits here, in the oval track. We've got Christopher Long already in with DJ Rasmus. He's already out here. Karel van der Merwe is now making his way up in third position. And Dirkie Swanepoel is also in the battle here. DJ just joined the track already, one lap behind of lap 3 of 17, what these guys are doing here. DJ in the Emerald Auto Body car for number 46 for him. Christopher Long now currently is, like we said, he is one of our top runners in 5th position. He's making his way in this Corsa into number 1, and then Karel is chasing hard down on him, 2.4 seconds behind Christopher Long, with Dirkie Swanepoel right onto his heels as well. He's going to start getting a battle now with Conrad van Rensburg not very far behind Dirkie Swanepoel, as these guys, he's got a very, very short oval track in Tony Rust here that they've got. Lovely car, yes, of DJ. Look at this Emerald Auto Body. Yes, you can't fault this car. It is just magnificent. But now we can see he's already getting a little bit of pressure from the back here, as Christopher Long is making his way out. Karel van der Merwe is into 2nd position now, 3-4 seconds behind Christopher Long, and Dirkie is in 7th. Seconds gap. As you can see, Donny van Rooyen running sideways through that final corner into the main straight as they go on the back straight again. These guys are just taking it in an easy run, getting these tires warmed up, 93 k's an hour. Do that final corner. Let's see what they do in the main straight, and then tapping off at about 132. We've got two guys already in the pits. It's DJ and Christy. Unfortunately, I don't know what has happened there with DJ, but there we go. Christopher Long also stopping, so it could be a race start, I think, because now everybody is just stopping what they are doing. So should be a race restart, I think. Let's go see, and we'll be back now. Let's just go and back into the server. Righty, we just listened in now, and it's definitely a race restart. I think it's just a lot of guys are battling tonight with some of their internet connection, and this has caused some of the guys not to be able to join when they're supposed to, or also not log in. I've battled myself as well now. But here you can see these guys are back on track and very ready to go. You can just hear those sounds of that 13B rotaries going in the background there, and then we've got some 2.1 litres as well, but I think it's unmistakable that in an oval people do like the big old V8s and then the rotaries as well. They just sound so much better. Fun. Christopher Long now in pole position. Karel van der Merwe is taking up second position. Conrad van Rensburg in third. Dirkies van der Poel is beginning his way back into fourth. Donny van Rooyen is in the yellow nice car there in fifth. DJ in the Emerald Auto Body sixth, and then myself is there in making a seventh position, and then we've got Christo Butters that shall join us in this one. So with a couple of seconds to go, let's see. 2 odd minutes till racing comes. Racing will start. So with that, let's go and listen to some tunes. Some really nice liveries that some of these guys has designed. I mean, Christopher Long always been sponsored there by Mike's Place, the engine importers, and then we've got the King's Auto Body Shop here for Karel van der Merwe as well, and GT Graphics, and and the fan says knock knock and donkey opa. But I say, keep you humble there. Conrad's car, nice Sabbath batteries, SA911 sponsored for Sabbath here, and then Rob Race Prep at the back. Nice little car. Simrace crew never disappoint there. Look at this rotary inside. Bob, some beer, Lewis and Burr. Anyway, look at this nice graphic. If I can get a good view, check out the piston and the rotary having some fun on top of this roof. But anyway, that's a nice little car from you. Much appreciated there for you, Dirkie. Number 5, we go down to 5-yard Donny. It's at 47. Car as well from here. Donny van Rooyen has also joined us recently. This car, and then like we said, Jay as well. But difficult for Donny. I can't really see sponsors here. It says something. Anyway, Here we go. Back to the action is about to start now as we get lights is getting on and we shall be racing soon. There we are off. Cars on the track here. Nobody going. Top to the user and go. Chris. Oh, maybe it's another jump start. Crikey, maybe somebody can tell us what's going on. Go, Jay. Righty, it looks like we just had a slight delay there on the start as well as these guys are making their way through now. Server 3, it looks like I see the pop up. If I'm not mistaken, this should be a running start, not a standing start like these guys used to, and that is a real hot rod or oval track style. But now both battles are going right on already. DJ is now making his way through. Conrad is having a huge fight here with Durkee on the inside now, coming through, pushing into the main straight. Can see what he can do. Christoph Wittis is now right onto the back here as he's already 2 laps about down. Karel van der Merwe has now still got his position in. He's running down on Durkee. Durkee is right behind him, and Conrad is also making his way through the pack. Righty, yeah, some issues and technical things here. People say they can't see the streams, but I don't know why we are live here. But anyway, thank you for Omar for just letting us know there. See if everything is back up here as I can see it now. Karel van der Merwe is leading the pack on with he's almost pushing into 7th laps already as he's going to continue and finish off his lap 7 starting lap 8 now. Dirkie Swanepoel is chasing him down 2 seconds in 2nd position, Donnie van Rooyen, and then in 3rd as he's going through with that yellow 47 car of his, Conrad van Jansen van Rensburg. Also in the battle there with Christopher Long as well, and then right behind him you can actually see DJ Rasmus also pushing through and trying to make his place this thing. I think there is yeah, Conrad is definitely behind Christopher Long there. DJ now making his way through, looking on the inside, trying to get through this Sabbath SA 919 car. Now Conrad is going to make it very Conrad is going to make it very difficult for DJ to actually sniff a way through, and he's just pulled off. I think it is actually just a bit of a gentleman's game there. Karel now out in the lead, 10 laps going into 11 of the 17 race. Let's see what he's going to do and if he can actually get his podium. I'm not mistaken, as last week he was just ever so slightly lost every race that he was in 2nd or 3rd. But he had a couple, no bumps, no bruises, and a couple of consistent drives. You'll actually get to the point because this guy, as you guys can see him now, is our championship leader currently. Remember, the rule states that when you do collide with another car, both of you will actually have a penalty drop. Donny van Rooyen now looking on the inside of Dirkie Swanepoel. This is a big battle now brewing. 4 laps to go. Let's see if he can actually make something. Donny now sticking his nose through, rubbing a little bit of yellow paint there on the back fender of this black Opel Corsa. But now Donny right onto his back bumper, sniffing him out, trying to see if he can get through. Now these guys running 130, 140 k's an hour down the back straight. Let's see what they can do. A little bit of coasting out, 100 k's an hour onto second gear. These guys are running. When we did this testing, I can't even, I kept this car in fourth, and now these guys are running into second already. So they are. But Donny is now pushing hard. Look at him. Every little corner, he's trying his best. Now he might have this down the main straight. Donny might have this. He's taking it. Look at it. As a little bit right. Dirkie runs wide there, and Donny is now taking that second position from him. Dirkie now fighting back as he's not going to let it go so easily. But now Christopher Long is also joining the back here, and he's waiting for one of these guys to make contact with each other, write themselves out, and then he will take that. But now let's go and see Karel van der Merwe bringing it home from the second. Well done, Karel. He's taking this one as he is now in pole position. Donny van Rooyen will take this one out from Dirkie Swanepoel. Christopher Long will bring it home in fourth. DJ Rasmus in fifth, and then Conrad will bring it back home in that Sabbath 919. So yeah, race 1, always interesting, always full of gremlins, and yeah, what a little bit of side reactions there. Let's quickly pop out and come back in on with our new server and our new drivers. Remember, E2 is coming up.
10, 9, 8, 7.
Alrighty, we are back now with our second heat about to start this race. We've got the following gentlemen race, and not just gentlemen, apologies, we've got our female sim racer also in action here, as she's going to join the pack and also fight with them. But now let's have a look at our guys. We've got James Crook racing here with Janu van der Westhuizen and Jay de Villiers. Joni Lee Marsham is also in there, our female racer. JP van der Spy, remember last week he had such a brilliant race, and he is the top runner in this heat on point standing. Kyle Walsh is also joining us there. And then Leandre Sparks, Martin Meintjes, Matthew van der Merwe, Peter Grobler, and then Warwick Stewart right at the back. So yeah, in this heat we definitely have JP van der Spy, Matthew van der Merwe, and Warwick Stewart and Peter Grobler. That is top running in the points here as well currently. So with a couple of seconds to go, about a minute or so, let's have a look and check this action from our
10, 9,
Sunrise Africa.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Party starter, are you ready to go? I'm the party starter, party starter, party starter, party starter, I'm the party starter. Everybody, let's go. I'm the party starter. Everybody, let's go.
There you have it, Sunrise Africa. We don't just do cars, we do trucks as well. We're racing some shopping trolleys and anything we can find our hands on. Some fun and beer lobbies and also some serious league racing like what's going on here. Polo Cup we had and the BTCC. We also had some mini leagues that was running. We had some international challenges to each other. The South Africans versus the British in the mini cups, and yeah, we've got NamLAN also coming up. I think it is next weekend, if not mistaken. That is a full evening or full weekend of racing for the Namibian land guys and all Sunrise Africa drivers. So join them, and you can win $6,000, guys. Well, nothing to shy of. Anyway, there we go. It is racing off now. We will have the front leaders that will join us into back, and then once that comes on, we will actually be able to do a running start. Dion Goos now coming over the hill here as well. And then we've got Johnny Lee Marcham out of the pits, so she's joining up as well. And then Kyle Wilshire is starting out in the back here. So I think in this one, if we have to call it, maybe we will start off with I think we might have to start it off here with, let's move to the wrong position. Sorry for that. But anyway, as we can see, Keon Joyce joining the track up as well. And I think JP is going to have a good one. And then, yeah, there's too many good drivers here. I don't know who to call it, but I think JP should take the ball. If we, like you see, Warwick Stuart pushing his way through back as well. Keon Goos always fast in that number 44 Sunrise Africa car. As they're going through, just warming up the tires a little bit, and a bump and a push onto JP and saying, hey, we can actually go here. There we go, we are off, guys. This will be our first lap now to go as a running start. And then from here we go out now, full racing. JP van der Spy is in first position. Keon Goos, we also happening there. Leandro Sparks is in the battle of the action at the back. Jay de Villiers is now just John off the track, but he's safely rejoined as he's going through, and he's having a huge fright from Matthew at the back of him. Keon is still in the front. 1.2 laps as he goes sideways and almost lost control of that car, but he regained that, and now they go through. Jay de Villiers touching a bit at the back, and that's going to be some points there. Not sure if it was him and Martin, but yeah, he definitely take Keanu van der West as he comes through there in the SS car as well, getting through into position as these guys get. Johnny Lee Marcham just spun out in the center of the track. Let's hope she can join a safe rejoin, and there won't be any damage to that car as well. These guys will get back now. Keon Goos still battling out here. Leandro Sparks is there in second position as these guys are fighting their way through first and second position. Oh, look at that. That must be a spike. Yeah, I think it is definitely a spike. Anyway, Johan van der West has now made his way into second position. He's now fighting out with JP van der Spy as well there. Kyle Wilshire. I've got a feeling that this tower is not correct. The point scoring, because if I look at Jay is sitting now in 9th, that he's just gone bump from third position. That is Kyle Wilshire we are watching now. Johan van der West is now making his way through, and then Matthew, the Emerald Autoclutch car as well, is getting his into 5th now. Then at the back of him, there we can see James Crook just had a spun off from first now, and he's being overlapped already by Kyle, and the yellow car also off the track now. Jay de Villiers now still fighting up. Leandro Sparks is trying to lap him. He's going to be in his way, and I think Leandro will find a way through. This guy is quite fast as he's going through the Spec. Now a couple of laps already been done on these guys, and it's action. Tony Rust is a short track. I mean, he did it earlier, and it's literally so short. And Jay de Villiers did a little bit of a tap and a spun off, but it was a safe rejoin at least there. Carwitcher now in second position as he's making his way through. Not too much of a gap, but 6 seconds is far on Oval Racing. Matthew van der Merwe now fighting it out, hard out. He's got some guys to pass here as he needs to get through James Crook, while he's coming under huge pressure from JP van Spy, and I think JP will capitalize on Matthew as he's going to now, well, Matthew's got a lot of traffic in front of him, and yeah, I think they're just going to, JP is going to find a way through. Look at this, and inside James should actually come off the track here, letting these guys race and get them past with the Rock Raceway. Opel Corsa there trying his luck. And these guys going a little bit wide when they're touching there on Matthew, but luckily Matthew regained it, and that's a big touch. He took out Matthew, JP and James Crook out there, and that just silly, and that was straight on into Tony Lee. Chaos all over the track. That is like oval track now. Janu also lost that. Chaos. There's cars all over the track. Yeah, I think the biggest one currently, Leandro Sparks, is still in first position. He's fighting his way through. What a nice car from Kyle. This one, delivery is amazing and well done for him. Jacob van der Spy is now making his way through in third. He is now still tracing through. Martin Menke should just give him also a bit of a gap. It happens more too often, like some of the back markers will take out some of the leaders, and yeah, it costs us a race. Anyway, in the Protea car here, it was a PJ206 here, and these guys are racing now with JP coming through, Matthew van der Merwe, but and I think if I look at Keanu, see him on the thing, there we go, he's now showing back into first position, so maybe it was just a bit of a lag that happened that made him disappear a little bit off the track there. Carwitcher now 16 laps to go. This should be the final lap now. Keon Goos is on the lead according to this, and he shall now finish off from the back straight. You can see actually now Matthew is fighting hard with him. Matthew is in fifth position. If this is what it is, then Keon Goos just took that. Carwitcher went through in second position. Leandro Sparks will bring it back home in third. JP van der Spy in fourth. Matthew van der Merwe will bring it home there in fifth. Look at him drifting that car right through that last final bend, showing you that the Hotrods can drift back as well. That's Matthew van der Merwe now finishing off. Janu van der Westhuizen in sixth. James Crook will bring it home in seventh. Jay de Villiers with a 2 or 3 spin-offs, unfortunately for him, in seventh. And then Johnny Lee Marcham brought it home in eighth. Yeah, bit of chaos tonight all over the show, but you know what, as these guys will settle, the heat gets cleaner and the faster drivers will tend to pull. Let's disconnect and go in soon with our Heat 3.
sing a song full of pain. Why don't you sing along, my friend? For it's our last refrain. Forever young, forever strong, forever brave. Memories of this never end, but they don't fade away. So when I'm gone, and when I'm gone, I'll be right there, close to the sun. Keep holding.
Alrighty, in this league, or in this heat, so to speak, we will have the following drivers that will come up. Nico Smith from Namibia, Omar Beamerstein Khan from Cape Town, Peter Geldenhuys from Simrace Crew, Peter Grobler from Simrace Africa, also the creator and of these cars and this track we're racing on, by the way. And then we will have Ronan O'Brien, if I'm not mistaken, that is from Ireland. We chat this afternoon. Stephen Sparks is in Terry. Nice to see you. Mr. Tommy Leary Moss, the car that's featured on the video now. That is Tommy. Then Valdus Swiggers, nice to see him also there. And then Warwick Stuart, but I think just more silver controller. So yeah, that will bring us into this action with these guys 1.5 minutes ago. Guys, if you want to get into some racing, like we said, look at this promo. This was our BTC series we've done. Alrighty, we are back now with Heat 3. Like we said in this race, we are looking at Nico Smith here from Namibia as lights is going to go off. These guys will join the track from the front, and we'll wait for them to come and join half of the pack, and we shall be racing. 18 laps to go, and we will have Mr. Tommy Leary Moss, Terence Ferreira, Omar Khan, Peter Geldenhuys, Melvin Goos, Stephen Spark, Nico Smith, and Ronan O'Brien, all going to fight out hard for this one. Not sure why the other guys is not getting off the track here. Yeah, Ronan, you need to catch up because these guys are going to start running. Tommy Leary here in the first position, Terence Ferreira, Omar Khan, and a nice car. Then we've got Peter Geldenhuys also joining us, Simrace Africa, Melvin Goos. Melvin now currently sitting in 16th position. So from Tommy Leary, I think Tommy Leary, Omar, guys will be, yeah, definitely some of the good runners here. Stephen Sparks is in 12th position. But now, of course, Peter Geldenhuys is in 10. Omar Khan, I can't see him. It was his first race with us tonight. And then Terence Ferreira, he's also not on yet. So yeah, I think this heat, Peter Geldenhuys is one of our highest ranked drivers. Lights off and go. There we go. We've got Melvin Goos now battling it hard with Peter Geldenhuys as they come through on the main straight. Here we go sideways. That was a total loss. I think it was it was Terence that lost that car in that corner, and that pushes the guys out. Now it made out Nick Smith is now back in the front. He's now bringing it home in first position now. He's got a big fight still to go because Ronan O'Brien is right on his heels as well, sideways with Melvin Goos trying to regain his positions as well after that big contact. Nico Goos being tapped there by O'Brien, and that has caused him Melvin on two-wheel action as he's now rubbing. They say rubbing is racing, but I think the way these guys go, we need to put on some Phil Collins here. Get some coochie. Way back to the action now. We've got Nico Smith now sitting in second position. Peter Geldenhuys making his way through, chasing down Peter No, it's not Peter Grobler's car. Tommy Leary Moss just had a spun out. He's now need to rejoin the track in 8th position, right in front of Walter Swiggers, which is going to also lap him out. So it's unfortunate for Tommy. This is over racing. You just slip out and you lose 2 or 3 positions or even a lap. Back in the front now, it says Ronan O'Brien is in the lead now. Melvin Goos unlapping himself. And another contact point between these two guys. Melvin Goos and O'Brien is touching each other and taking each other out almost on every lap that they go through. If I know Melvin, he shall be a little bit pissed. But anyway, back to the action. Tommy now also losing that car slightly out of that corner as he's gone into the main straight. Smith is now chasing down with Tommy Leary Moss in second. Tommy letting Nico go through. Nico can chase down on your home track, my friend. You can chase down Ryan O'Brien and try and get Ronan your side. The Gelderner is now making his way through the pack, sitting in third. Nice points for him to bring up from his 10th into this position where he shall go to about 7th position now. Well, if he finishes the league, obviously. Nice to see Omar Khan now back. Remember, Omar had a slight accident or an injury. I must say, actually, not an accident. He hurt his back last week and couldn't drive. It's nice to see him back in action. And what a nice little course of this. It's TGN Racing Simulation, ETSA. And it says, move. Yeah. Back to the action in the front now. We can see in the middle, Tommy Leary Moss pulled out as he's now getting through and trying to rejoin the track, but I think he needs to wait a little bit. Nico Smith now regained his position. He's in first now as he's making his way through. He actually took Ronan O'Brien out, overtook him there. Nico Electric Cool Car. This is the Peugeot 206 on the main straight of lap 11, starting lap 12. Nice to see Namibia's favourite here. Tommy needs to move his cars. He's sitting a little bit on the racing line there. Let's hope nobody runs wide into turn 1. Look at that. Terence Ferreira just lifted up 2 wheels as he clipped that curb. That Corsa was driving like a stunt car here. Big action now with Ronan O'Brien. I think that was a big lag spike from his side if I looked at it. A little bit over the track. Peter Grobler now making his way through in Jack Tool racing car. Yeah, Gelderner. Yeah, he's a Grobler's car, but it is actually Gelderner. See some. There's Peter Grobler. Showing in third, but in the driver's look here in the log, it actually says Peter Gelderner isn't sitting in third. So there's definitely a big problem. This leaderboard, I shall see. So let me just try and fix that because it will make us all so. I shall get back to the action now some way. That does not work very well. Anyway, now Nico Smith is now back into first position. Omar Khan chasing him down as well. Ronan O'Brien lost out that position to Omar Khan, who's now sitting there in second position. Peter Gelderner is in fourth. And then Melvin Goos showing that he's made his way back into fifth after that accident and a huge spin out that he's done now. Remember, this is all Namibian drivers. These two guys, Nico Smith and Melvin Goos, are such regulars on this track. They literally grew up. Yeah, that was the final lap. Now Nico Smith will take this lap as he wins this inaugural race on Tony Rust Oval for Sunrise Africa, and he just slided on the main straight, and him and Nico and Melvin just connected it side by side. What anyway, that will bring Ronan O'Brien, Peter Gelderner, Walter Swiggers, Omar Khan, Ronan O'Brien, and yeah, these guys are just like crazy of the circuit. But nice to see Walter Swiggers. He's also out here. Nice livery in this grey VW. But yeah, this actually does definitely. Anyway, that was another hell of an eventful race. And too much action, I'll just be honest with you. Just way too much action. I definitely think there's a couple of guys going crazy at the back. Anyway, we're going to be back now with our fourth one. We'll see who's going to be in that race. Right, as we are about to get ready for our, I think it is our fourth heat that's coming up now, there is some good drivers in this one as well. Some of the guys that just featured is back, and we will have Karel van der Merwe here chasing down with James Crook, Janne van der Westhuizen, JP van der Spy is joining up, and then we've got Nico Smith who's just raced, that was racing again. Omar Beamerstaan Khan is also in the action, Peter Geldenhuis, Peter Grobler as well is back in here. So this is going to be another one. It's almost a repeat of the guys that's just had their racing that happened here. So it will be interesting to see how this one turns out. As you can see, Karel van der Merwe still making his first there, because he is currently if anybody wants to get into sim racing, it is a nice fun evening with a bunch of mates, and some decent leagues that's coming up, and there's some money to be made, and teams. We've competed this year in 6-hour endurance races in Suzuka. We've done a 24-hour Le Mans series where some of our Sim Race African drivers that also competed in that sense. Then we had a lot of 90-minute races as well from. So if you guys want to get involved here, join onto our Facebook. It's in the description here below, and also give us a like and a subscribe to this channel, and click the notification bell, because then we'll always get notified when somebody goes online and live. You can join the action. Go to our Facebook page, ask to join, and then pop in. I think we are one of the fastest growing channels currently, and we've got about 5 or 6 maybe even more join requests on a daily basis. International leagues as well is kicking in, so we've got some good drivers from international leagues that we've got, and just earlier today, 2 o'clock, we did our Clubman League testing, and it's any car basically you can drive, and you've got a certain time factor you've got to compete in, so you race against yourself. But sim racing is fun, it's clean, it's nice, not so cheap. Can be cheap, can be expensive, depends on how you want to take it, but I think any hobby can be like that. At the end of the day, you must walk away and just enjoy yourself and spend time. So with 10 seconds to go, let's put music off and get some volume on, as these guys from the back will join our pack, and then we shall get racing very soon for this league as well. Jan Goos there in the Super Hot Rod PJ Rotary. Well, here these guys are coming through the pack. We can see now, Peter Geldenhuis, Janne van der Westhuizen, and JP van der Spy is all joining these guys up. Top here. They come up as they're joining the back of the pack. You shall have a rolling start and make our way through for 17 laps to go. There we go, all lined up. There we go, JP, just through that side. Oh, there's some big gaps actually between the drivers. Right now we're just waiting for the server countdown. We shall see on the top of the screen will say server 3 with 3 seconds to go, and then we'll say go, and that will be racing for Tony Rust Oval track. Okay, Dirkie Swinnable says, go and pit on the chats. Thank you, Dirkie. That's going to be lucky to have it there. Kion is saying, make your dad proud. Yeah, I think it's make your dad proud or get another slap on the head. But no, it's a family affair. We've always said it. We've got the 2 hosts racing. We've got this James and them that's also racing with his dad. And then guys just getting reshuffled. And then we've got the Mosses, obviously, with Billy. There's Tommy, Tony, and we've got the mom Karen as well, which is an avid supporter of family racing. So yeah, it's nice to see these guys all lined up. Now they're getting into their positions. Jan just making his way to the front now, into second position. And I think for this one, like we say, I think it shall be either Karel or Nico that should take this one. But such a tight track, and like Melvin just said, anything can happen, and you just lose 2 or 3 laps, not just seconds. Now we're just waiting for the countdown to happen. All the cars has lined up, and we shall be racing very soon. What a nice car this one is. Yeah, sideways baby. I don't think you want to do that, JP, tonight. But yeah, nice view. There's 3 seconds to go, guys. Here we are going on now. Let's join with Omar Khan and see. One, go. There we go. We are racing. Kion at a slightly slow start off the line there, and he's already sideways. That car just lost. Tires are cold. Kion joining the track there, hitting out Omar. Geldernis also in the back, had a big spin out. Tires are cold, guys, and can't put that throttle down all the way. JP had a brilliant start, pushing him into first position. Jaden chased down with Jan van der Westhuizen. Geldernis is also making his way through the pack with Karel van der Merwe now. Just unfortunately lost out some positions there, but he's going to make his way through. He always does good with that side. Nico Smith now from Namibia in 5th position. Kion Ho settling in there in 6th. Omar Khan, after that tap out, is pushing him to 7th, but he shall regain it quite soon. JP now there also in the leader now under pressure from Kion Gous, as Kion needs to unlap him and also basically unlap him and race. But you know, JP is currently the leader, and I don't think he wants to cost his race. As you can see there, he'd rather let the guy go than what it costs himself his race and be having a spin off. You can just take it easy, JP. Keep the gap there between you and Janu's 2 seconds. But now we've got the right lineup. JP, Janu there at the back, and this battle brewing the back here with him and Peter Geldernis. Actually, not Peter Geldernis, it's Omar Khan splitting the pack there. Omar trying to push his nose through these 2 leaders, and that has now caused Jan van der Westhuizen to actually take the position from JP van der Spey. That was such a naughty move, if I have to say. But yeah, racing is racing, and like I say, if these guys carry on the way they are, I shall definitely put some full Collins on for later on, and we can all get into the move. Right, now back to the action. 8 laps is going to go now, and then sorry, just had to change and adjust my stuff on my side. But anyway, JP van der Spy is now still in first position with this Rock Raceway Oval Corsa as he's making his way and into lap 9 now, getting into 10 and 17 lap race. Jan van der Westhuizen now big pressure from him and Peter Geldernis in 3rd position. Peter now trying to look for a way through. Omar Khan is now in front of Janu, and Janu needs to stay clear of Omar Khan and also defend Peter Geldernis at the back of him. Simrace Cruz the inside now of Janu. He shall take it now. He's got the inside line. He's running here. These guys are not touching as they go down in the back straight. 110, 120, 130 k's an hour. Hard on the brakes now. Peter Geldernis got the inside line. He's actually taking this as he's now got almost a full car length as Janu went out of that main straight and just slightly but surely just uneased that car off. Karel van der Merwe now in 4th position. He's running lacquer there, but he's got Nico Smith that's going to start chasing him down now. Kion and Nico, battle of the Namibias, brewing in 5th and 6th position. Omar is in 7th, and that shall his remains. JP now, beautiful car this. I mean, the effort the guys are putting in the delivery design, you can just commend him for it. Without that, it would not just be a simple computer game, so to speak. It gives you some real life racing. Peter Geldernis now is running away from Janu. As you can see, Janu had a slight accident or just a spin off, and that's pushing him out. Now, Peter Geldernis is in 2nd position. I think that is where he's going to finish. Karel now moves his way into 3rd, and that is lap 15th they are on now. Smith now brings it home in main straight in 5th. But look at this now, 8th position. We've got Janu now still fighting here, and he's being chased down with, I think it is... big lap now. James Crook now also needs to rejoin the track such a way so that he can actually safely do it, but he did such a great job there. Karel van der Merwe now chasing hard down, and then we've got Janu in 7th trying to bring it back. JP van der Spy has taken that one. He's now in pole position. That race will should be his. Peter Geldernis finished the race off in 2nd. Karel van der Merwe 3rd. Nico Smith will bring it home in 4th, but he's still fighting there with Kion Gous as he's now right in, but Kion just slightly in front of him. Omar Khan also brought it, and Janu at the back. What an interesting race, touching in action, and like we said, there was quite a lot of rubbing and touching happening. And I think on that note, we should do something very special for this. Friday, that was some good old Phil Collins to get all of us into that mood, because so many rubbing is happening that we help us but to fall in love with some racing in general. Now we've got some good old action brewing here. So Christopher Long now, that's out on track with Conrad Janssen van Rensburg again. Jada Villiers is making his return, and then our female driver Joni Lee Hodgson, she's there in the purple car. Have a look at this, Pure Romance by Therese. the Romans car naughty but nice Cosmo designed. Not saying that word again because last time I got. Anyway, Jay De Villiers is also there. So after Johnny Lee Martin, we've got Peter Grobler also from Sim Race Africa, one of our admins that is going to race there. And then Stephen Fox, nice to see him also in a bit of action. I think, guys, we have featured out or tried to figure out what is happening with our leaderboard, which you'll see some guys will finish in second, but it records him as fifth. That's purely because of the split start. Some guys splitting on the other side of the track and some on this side, so he does throw it a little bit behind. But at the end of the day, the point system on the server that runs and not the stream actually sort that out for us. So yeah, guys, we will be back soon. We've got 40 odd seconds to go, and then we are definitely back on with our racing. We've got lights on now, and I don't think we've got a split back. We've got one guy at the back, actually, Melvin Goos, that will bring his way through. Number 44, that is Melvin. He's making ways through as well there with Conrad van Rensburg that will join the pack. So now, see Christopher Long coming through the pack as these guys are now getting into the positions, and they shall be racing very soon. One lap down or stop now and get into position. Whoa, Skion, oh, he's just unlapping himself, to be honest, because now he's already a half a lap behind. He shall be unlapping himself. There we go, and then he'll join the back of the pack, and that will us. There we go, and we shall wait for the server commands now. Server will take us into where we shall be. I think that around the track that just done with from Melvin Goos' side is actually put him in a lap front of everybody. I look at it like this, because Christopher Long, who was in second position behind it. 1 second to go, guys. We are racing now. We've got Christopher Long like a bull in a china shop off this racing line as he dropped the clutch off now in the main straight. Look at the sideway action at the back. Ronan O'Brien is also in the action there. Jay De Villiers is yet again here. Stephen Sparks has joined the action, and he's also fighting hardly. Just there. Now we've got Conrad now fighting hard. Look at this, Conrad now in the battle here between all of these guys as he's bumping Jay De Villiers out. Peter Grobler also making his way into this sandwich now with Ronan O'Brien bumping Peter Grobler sideways. They say the track is tight and any mistake you can goes off. How many mistakes there are to be made. Anyway, back to the action now. Ronan O'Brien, Stephen Sparks, we've got Conrad van Rensburg. And there is definitely some guys that is not showing up on this. Why don't have everybody's names? It just doesn't make sense. I don't know, guys. We will definitely just try and see what we can do. But anyway, we are down 6 laps now. Melvin Goos still at the front now as he's driving quite slowly to just try and get these guys to catch up. Christopher Long now in second position as he's running very far ahead, actually. Stephen Sparks now in third as he's getting chased down a little bit by Conrad. Now Conrad is only 1 second behind Stephen Sparks, and Stephen Sparks is trying to catch up. Ronan O'Brien here in 5th position as he's behind Conrad trying to make his way in. Jay De Villiers then in the pack there, and Grobler, you can see him in 6th position as well as he's there. We definitely got Goos here, Long, then we've got Sparks, we've got Van Rensburg, we've got O'Brien, we've got Grobler, we've got De Villiers in 7th, Johnny Lee Marcham in 8th, and then that will be all of us. Actually, if you look at the bottom of the screen, out timekeeping now. There's big action here. Steven Sparks now trying to overtake Jandy March and keeping up Ronan O'Brien, which let Peter Grobler through. Now we've got Conrad van Rensburg making his way and his attack onto Steven Sparks, as he's going to try and get that position back. He needs to get into the third position now. The point system also needs that. That Sabbath card is SA919. He's really looking at all the options. While these guys are battling or fighting at it, look at Peter Grobler now making his way into this pack as well. Oh, and there we go. There we can see that Conrad now is making his way in the inside down the main straight. Steven Sparks running a bit wide. Steven now got to go make it up, but he's now actually let Conrad and Peter Grobler through. Conrad now in third position as he's going to run away with it. Melvin Gross in first position. Christopher Long now overtook Jay de Villiers. Then we've got Conrad van Rensburg. Steven Sparks still fighting here with Peter Grobler now. That's actually in fourth. Steven Sparks is in fifth. Jay de Villiers will sit in his seventh position there. Look at Melvin Gross now being unlapped, so to speak, by these guys. Or it was just a little bit of an accident. Now, yet again, action, touching, bumper, yellow and black car. Unfortunately for Steven Sparks, that happened to him now. Christopher Long now back in the lead. After this lap, you'll actually see the update coming through. Johnny Lee Marcham still making her way on the track. This little Jay de Villiers. I love this car of Jay de Villiers. Like a real graffiti artist that he get this car well designed like this. Christopher Long in second position. Our first position, apologies, as he's bringing home in 16th. Now starting his second last lap. Ronan O'Brien with a little bit of a lag issue there. As you can see, his car running sideways through the pack. Alvin Gross is still sitting in second position. Conrad van Rensburg now in third as Johnny Lee Martin stays out of the way for him and Peter Grobler to come through. Peter is not letting him off the track. They is pushing hard. Peter is trying to catch him with one lap to go. He's only got a couple of 13 seconds to make this happen. Christopher Long now bringing it home now, running wide by Ronan. Long will take this one. Well done, Christopher. Now you can see in the main straight. Oh, and Keon Melvin just almost lost that one. Conrad will bring it home in third, and Peter takes a well-respected fourth position. Steven Sparks will bring it home back in fifth now. Ronan O'Brien is in fifth. Steven Sparks is in sixth. Jay de Villiers will bring it home in seventh. Tony Lee Marcham, she's there in eighth position, and at wrap up this heat of ours. We've got I think 5 now, so we've got 4 about to left to go. So with that, let's log out and come back with our next race about to start.
Tequila sunrise, her body felt right in my hands, la la la. It felt like a la la la, yeah. I love it when you call me señorita. I wish I could pretend I didn't need ya, but every touch is ooh la la la. It's true la la la. Oh, I should be running. Oh, you know I love it when you call me señorita. I wish it wasn't so damn hard to leave ya, but every touch is ooh la la la.
Even though my precious time losing light, I'm missing my same old us before we learned our truth to hate. Resigned to fade, fading away. Same old us before we learned our truth to hate. So tell me, can you turn around? I need someone to tell me.
Alrighty guys, we are back here now for this heat as well. This is going to be a full one, as you guys can look at it 28 seconds ago. Donnie van Rooy and Dirkie Fionis van Rensburg, I think, DJ Erasmus, Carl Wilshire, Leandre Sparks, Martin Mainkies, Matthew van der Merwe, Peter Grobler, Terence Ferreira, Tommy Leary Moss, Walter Swiffers. All of these guys on one track. It's gone. Apocalypse. With the rain falling in Joburg, some good old rainstorms that's happening now, and you can just say thank you. Our dams are empty. We need a lot of rain. These guys make our ways now. Look at this, Matthew van der Merwe and DJ in the same cars now. Let's all of the cars coming through the main straight. It's so nice to see actually as they enter the oval here. Tony Rust inaugural. Remember, we had a chat to Mr. Tony Rust in our series who designed this track, and the legend himself, and remember his son, family affair we took. So yeah, Michael Racing, and everybody knows this motoring legend in Namibia. Guys are on the track. Hey, Melvin!
None of us racing this heat, so decided to join you. I'm about 2 minutes behind you on the YouTube screen, but I think the racing is spectacular tonight.
Some rubbing and racing and some accidents, but like you said, it's a very close and very tight track, Melvin, so any little bit of a sideways action or a slip up, the guys will touch each other and you go to the middle.
Well, it's a bumpy track, so if you go on the inside lines, especially on turn 2, it just hops you out, so you've really got to get the line perfect, and the guys are driving really clean. I didn't expect it all. It is absolutely brilliant.
It's the overall driving, like we say, it is clean. It's just when things do get tight. Look at Carl Wilshire cupping and giving us a little bit of a sideways burnout as they're waiting for the server to go live. There's 8 drivers now on this track.
I think it's warming his tires because you lose so much heat standing on the grid that it's a handful. I mean, I've experienced it, Killarney's experienced it. It is, I'm not going to say the word, but yeah, it's so easy.
No, we've seen it earlier as well. We've actually mentioned it, Melvin, that the guys stand on the grid for quite a while, and then when the server says go, tires are cold, and you can see that in the first corner, guys are all over the show, and they are sideways. Server crashed here. Server. Yes, I'm just trying to get back in.
No worries.
Server's down, yeah.
I'm watching. Well, while you're getting back to it, I'm watching Manike's Monkeys, and he is probably one of the biggest threats in the series. He is seriously fast.
So Mankies is Martin Mankies is now sitting at 0 points currently. He's not really featured in the first races. He's only new on this one, but ever so from the popular guys are still making their way. Carl van der Merwe, Racing, Carl, JP. We had some amazing racing from Chris Long tonight.
Yeah, well, Christopher likes to keep it sideways, so he's not going to let anyone pass. I drove behind him, and he's an absolute show to watch.
I said to the guys at home as well, we've got Loveman League running, and he was always in the drift car there running sideways. Just checking now why the server keeps crashing. But again,
I hope he's got the track. Let's hope he can get back in.
Anyway, while we wait for that, guys, have a look at this. This our EW Polo Cup we had recently. This is some features of the Pillar Cup and our replays. Righty guys, we are back here in and out of the server trying just to reset everything and get back into the action. But now, guys, if you ever want to see a race, look at this race. 2 Fiat eyeballs on the front pole with Hotrods and Roaches behind me. I don't think they're going to overtake this out of mine. Okay, we've got 38 odd seconds to go. I'm going to try and see if I can get off this track, otherwise the guys will just have to go past us. Because I don't know, reverse order grid probably that pushed us into the front. But anyway, 12 drivers tonight in this heat. And a cracker again. We've got Dirkie Swanepoel, Kyle Wilshire, Martin Mankis, Donny van Rooyen, Tommy Leary Moss, Leandre Sparks, Paul Dustrucas. We've got Terence Ferreira, Matthew van der Merwe, and DJ Erasmus. All fighting out for this one. There we go. I'm off the...
It's only Geraldine, I think. I hope.
She should just, maybe, yeah, we should go back to the pit, Cool. We are cleared. Anyway, yeah, the guys come from the main straight as they coming down to join their partners in crime, so to speak, down in this oval. 5 cars joining up. What nice cars. I love this livery of Matthew and DJ's cars, this Emerald Auto Body, Melvin.
Oh yeah, it's a lovely livery.
No, they definitely...
Actual livery.
No, it is actual livery. And then also the ones, the likes of Donny from... what was it? Mr. Buertes, he also had a nice one, and Donny van Rooyen. So yeah, some nice liveries here, and guys, as they all getting into position now and reshuffling, see where they are.
As I said, Charles, I'm a bit behind you guys, but watching the stream now and watching the Oval, I was there this weekend for the actual race that happened there. And this Oval is so interesting. I mean, the drop down into turn 2. In our case, turn 1 from the start. It's a drop down, it's a negative camber. It is seriously bumpy and it closes in on you. And then you've got the upper corner, which opens up on you. So you've got to adapt or die. It's a fun track to drive. It's more of an egg than an oval.
1 second. up here, and go, Dirk is want to put jump that start, and then he was caught sleeping off the line here with Carl Wilshire that's just jumped him, and Martin that's made his way. Sorry, it was Martin that was actually caught. But now with Dirk want to pull in first position, Carl Wilshire is running very hard in second, Martin Mankis is down third, and Donny van Rooyen in fourth, just spacing out the top four guys. Now there's a battle, there's a front back mid back battle now happening for the first time in oval track. But four guys now, Donny van Rooyen trying to push his inside, he's actually overtaken Martin, a little bit of a racing, but that has now led Terence Ferreira, Matthew, a way to come through the pack as well. Now the Andres Park is making his way through onto Matthew, a little bit of touching and welding there, and then our good old friend Waldo van Zwiegers also in number 9 making his debut. Tommy Leary Moss in 10th. I think Tommy is just out to have some fun. He's not really hard and competitive here, just getting the numbers up and having fun. That's what it's all about. Back to the front now, Dirk Swanepoel is now hard and chasing down lap 5, going into 6. Carl Wilshire is closing the gap, 0.5 of a second down the main straight, 135 second gear. These guys are now into corner 1. Donny van Rooyen has made his climb up into 3rd, which is great to see Donny so high up on the ranks for now, and let's hope he can get there. Carl on the inside now, looking at Dirkie as they touch lightly. Carl went on the inside. We've got Dirkie still trying, but he's actually catching the back markers now with Tommy Leary Moss, I think it is, or Terence Ferreira. That is, yeah, it's Terence Ferreira now being lapped now already. Carl spun out there, sideways action in there. Let's hope he's not taking Donny out. No, they regained the control of that car. That was a good old snake maneuver. Carl Wilshire got Martin Mankis now full fighting, 4th position. DJ chasing down with Martin and Matthew right behind them, the 2 Emerald Autobody cars fighting each other, and remember they might be teammates, but they are still racing for each other. There's Ferreira now being lapped. I think that the whole pack now with Leandre Sparks coming through, Baldu as well. Baldu's car is quite long, it's Melvin, it's not a short like the Corsa, it's quite a long car if you look at it in comparison to the others. But Carl now as well, then into the inside, I've got to drive through penalty. Right now we've got Carl in the first position now as he's fighting hard. You can see Dirkie that's just dropped down. Donny is in second. It's nice to see Donny running hard on down on Carl. Let's hope now Carl sideways action as he's going down the main straight. Dirk is in second, Donny is in second, and Dirkie is now fighting off Martin Mankis. Martin Mankis is now gaining hard onto him, and let's see if Dirk Swanepoel can actually keep that gap from Martin Mankis, as these guys are like 0.5 seconds from each other, which is nothing in oval track times. A little bit of the space there comes through, and a little bit wide. Actually, Matthew was running there from DJ. DJ is most slowly but surely catching up as well. Look at him now. He's only 0.6 of a second behind Martin, and Martin is still chasing on Dirk. So here's another big battle now coming. Dirk is now in with Matthew van der Merwe. These guys are now pushing hard. DJ is right onto Martin now on the inside, touching slightly. But Matthew now with DJ, he going into lap 16. DJ running a bit wide, and Matthew almost took him, overtook him there. But now there is big pressure onto Dirkie. He can feel this 4 rotaries and 1.2 litre. Just breathing that methanol down. Dirkie running a bit wide there. Almost Martin slided through. 1 lap to go. Carl Wilshire is going to take this one out. I don't think there's anything catching him, as long as he can keep that rubber on the track where he be. Donny van Rooyen second, and then look at this big battle now. Here comes Dirkie Swanepoel. He's still catching up with Terence Ferreira now into lap driver 2. Now Terence is actually blocking a little bit onto Martin, which has worked well into Dirkie's favor, but not into this, as this was a finish. So Carl Winship number 1, Donny van Rooyen 2, Dirkie Swanepoel 3, Martin Mankis 4, Rasmussen 5th, Matthew van der Merwe 6th, and Spark 7th, and there's donuts all over with Valdus Quickers bringing it home in 9, and Tommy Leary Moss in the big action that was there. Guys, we will be back soon with another heat coming up, but look at these guys, it's just having fun all over.
Where do we go?
Friday, now we've got Heat 7 now running, and this is also very almost the same as the previous one. We've got Carl van der Merwe that's making his return here. Jay de Villiers, that's featuring on screen now. Johnny Lee Marcham is also joining us as a female driver. Peter Grobler, of this track and racing series. Terence Ferreira is joining us. Tommy Leary Moss again is joining us. Aldous Wickers is there, and then we've got Terence. Yeah, I just featured Terence screen. 11 seconds to go, and these guys will make their way also from the back of the pack, and then they do. So yeah, with that, let's go into this action, and 18 laps about to go real in 2.1 litre and 8 rotary power combined. Right now, Tommy Leary is leading the pack into corner 1 as he's waiting for them to catch up now. Jay de Villiers, Terence Ferreira, Baldus Wickers, Carl van der Merwe, Johnny Lee Marcham as wrapping up. This is a quick one. This is only 7 drivers in this heat. Look at Carl now warming up those tires as the standing is definitely cooling them down. And like Melvin said, if you can't go into cold tires into corner 1, when you do that, you are sideways and you're not going to get out comfortable position. I've seen it happening tonight all too often. Apologies there. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second to go, and we are racing now. Tommy Leary fast off the line. Jay de Villiers a little bit sleeping there. Baldus Wickers pushing his nose through, and there's contact. Ferreira right onto the back of Tommy Leary. Kyle would referee start there if I should, because that was a little bit bad, but anyway, back onto racing. Baldus Wickers made his position to 1 now. Carl van der Merwe looking for that overtake. Look at him in the inside down the main straight. Here we go. Carl van der Merwe on Waldo Swiggers. Both good drivers, and Waldo Swiggers is also one of our endurance partners up in our teammates for the endurance races. So yeah, Carl van der Merwe now in this King's Auto Body. Right, yeah, Auto Body Shop car, and the graphics is now leading in the pole position. Waldo Swiggers is there in second, and then he's under big pressure now from Jay de Villiers. Let's see if Jay can actually keep it on the track. And he had such misfortune tonight. I think he was bumped a little bit more than often off the track. Huge gap then, 10 seconds gap to Johnny Lee Marcham, and another 12 seconds to Tommy Leary. Now Tommy is staying out of the way, letting Carl van der Merwe go through. Know what we said it so too often is, if you are a back marker, there's no reason to race the front markers, and you tend to see that so often. The guys will just keep on racing each other, even if you know it's not even your dice. Now we've got Keon Ghost also out in fifth now, as he's almost being lapped by Carl van der Merwe. Carl now making his way through from Keon. If he gets Keon with 10 laps to go, if he gets Keon and Johnny Lee, he should actually maybe even try and lap the whole pack now. This guy is driving like a bat out of hell. To lap 8 we go now. Carl van der Merwe is now trying to get Keon Ghost and get over him. Waldo Swiggers is now settling in quite nicely in that second position. It's nice to see Waldo up high where he does belong. Such a nice little for this. Jay de Villiers now is hard on the heels. Look at Johnny Lee Monroe. That is Tommy Leary actually. Oh, into the tires you going, my friend. Battled, bumped and bruised that Tira. What says at the back of that car, and I'm almost too scared. Back drops, the fun never stops, and that is definitely his motto. Good driver. Tommy had a successful BTCC league with us in Polo Cup, and he's a guy that gets himself in a position and put pressure on anybody else that's in front of him. Back to the front now, we can see Keon now being overtaken by Carl van der Merwe, as Carl now has actually overtaken the whole field, well, almost the whole field, as he's now just back into fourth now, overtaking the fourth position, which leaves him with only 2 guys to go, and then he's taken the whole fleet. Next. Waldo Swiggers now is making his way into the main straight. Jay de Villiers is following him 3.7 seconds behind. Johnny Lee Marcham is 1 lap already behind everybody else. Tommy Leary is there in 5th position. Terence Ferreira is out in the pits, and I think he had a very unfortunate day. Let's look at this car. Ricardo KKR Racing bearings here, and such a nice little yet. Anyway, back to the action now. Carl van der Merwe is bringing his way through as he shall take this race. We're now with about 3 laps to go. I don't think anybody's going to catch him now. The car's now warmed up nicely. The tires are settling in. You can look at it. It looks like his hot rod is on rails now. Keon Ghost doing a little bit of plowing in the back there as he's jumping the curb. And now Tommy Leary is now also letting Carl go. And it's such a good driver. Anyway, Waldo Swiggers now in second, and he's still got a bit of a battle with Jay de Villiers, who's not letting him go. Jay is sitting in 3rd position there, and yeah. So the real battle is actually between Carl van der Merwe now, just bringing it home safely. Waldo Swiggers and Jay de Villiers has got a biggest battle now, and then Tommy Leary and his sisters chasing each other down here in 5th and 6th, 4th position. But now, as a final lap starting, and look at the car running sideways. Oh, lost that car. That's what we said you don't want to do in the final turns now. We try to stay out of his way. We look at this car going sideways. Carl van der Merwe takes it. He gets his checkered flag. Waldo Swiggers is on the final corner. He'll bring it home now from Jay de Villiers. And Waldo Swiggers is on the line. And Waldo takes it 127. And Jay de Villiers in 3rd. Keon Ghost gets to cross the line. He should finish in 4th. As we cross. Tommy Leary then will now actually cross the line. We will give him that 4th position. Johnny Lee Marcham is also finishing as she goes off the pits, and I think we all need to go to the pub after this race. But anyway, we've got 2 more to come up. It will be heat 8 and then our final heat 9 coming up in a couple of seconds. Stay with us. Let's change our service and we'll soon.
don't ever wear a suit and tie yet. Wondering if I could sneak out the back. Nobody's even looking me in my eyes. Can you take my hand, finish my drink, say shall we dance, hell yeah. You know I love you, did I ever tell you? You make it better like that. Don't think I fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Yeah, I always feel like I'm nobody. Who wants to fit in anyway? Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. We at a party we don't wanna be at. We're trying to talk but we can't hear ourselves. Pressure, I'd rather kiss on my back. With all these people all around, I'm crippled with anxiety. When I'm told that's where I'm supposed to be, you know what? It's kinda crazy cause I really don't mind when you make it better like that. Don't think we fit in at this party. Everyone's got so much to say. Oh yeah. When we walked in I said I'm sorry. But now I think that we should stay. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. Cause I don't care when I'm with my baby, yeah. All the bad things disappear. And you're making me feel like maybe I am somebody. I can deal with the bad nights when I'm with my baby, yeah. We at a party we don't wanna be at. We at a party we don't wanna be at.
Okay guys, we've got 2.5 minutes to go for our heat number 8 now coming up, and this is going to be a cracker. It's always I think one of our best heats of the evening. We will have Mr. Christopher Long, Conrad Jansen van Rensburg, Leandre Sparks, Martin Menkes, Mattie van der Merwe, Omar Beamerstein Khan, the Geldernaise, Peter Grobler. Guys, you know this. All these names are the top names. I miss one or two other oaks that's not that just had the heat in front of it. But I think the way we're going out now, the guys scoring their points, if we have it at the end of the final, have a special league like we do, because we've got one more race to go, which is the Killarney Oval. We've got one special race, and we can only take the top 15 drivers, make a oval track out of there. It's going to be a cracker of note. Anyway, back to the back to the racing now, as we got 1.5 minutes to go, and we will see who's going to take us off the start line here with this racing that's about to come up. It's going to be a crack of note. Check this lead. I'm telling you guys.
When two souls are
we were going, 28 seconds to go, and then the back markers will start, or the main straight start line will start catching up with us in the front, and then go for a service start, and we shall be racing. Guys, this tires are just getting ice cold track where they are now, and let's Beamerstein's waiting for these lights to come out of this Opel Corsa. Move Biaggi says here, TJN Racing Simulations. These guys are all on the track, but I think they should have waited for those other guys because they're going to actually now lap onto themselves. This is not going to be. I think because the other guys now is already going to be one lap behind. Wait, let's see what happens now. They're all joined up. Yeah, they all has joined up. Server will get these guys started now, and then we will. Yep, all of them on the same lap. So we've got, like we said, Christopher Long, Conrad Van Leandro Sparks, Martin Main, Matthew van der Merwe, Nico Smith, Omar Beamerstein, Khan, Peter Geldenhuys, Peter Grobler, all in this action-packed event tonight. This is high heat of the heats of the heat. Let's wait for the server to come up, and then we shall be racing. 3, 2, 1, and go. We are going. There we are racing out here. Omar Khan, hard of the hill from Peter Geldenhuys. Let's see the cold tires now. We've got Matthew van der Merwe making his way through as well. He's right behind Omar Beamerstein now on the outside. Peter Geldenhuys not going to let him through now, but Leandro Sparks trying to make his way through. Nice driving from Matthew van der Merwe now. That's made his way from that 59 car, and he's made his way into that second position now. Omar needs to regain with that Opel Corsa 75 car of his in the lead now. Peter Geldenhuys is still looking at, and this is our front back battle. Christopher Long now is in the mid spark here. Battle with Christopher Long, Keon Goos, and that's pretty much it. So now almost Beamerstein is running almost wide there. Matthew tapping him a little bit as these guys are going through into corner 1. They've got now 4 laps onto lap number 4. They are running. Beamerstein is pushing 140 k's an hour. Did you guys see that? He was killing the car on the main straight. Here they come now. Matthew is going to look for that overtake in that Emerald Auto Bodies livery vehicle. Beamerstein on the back straight is now trying to regain his lap, but he's only 0.6 of a second, 0.5 of a second. I don't think he can gain it, but this is where the happening is going to happen now. They've got Nico, I think it's Nico Smith now on 9th position they need to contend with, and if they're going to start catching these back markers, these guys are going to, well, Beamerstein will come under a lot of pressure, and I think Matthew might capitalize on that, or Omar will have a good run out of it, and Matthew will. So if I was Matthew, I'll try and stick close to Beamerstein and not let somebody come in and split them up. That one of these back markers, the back markers now sticking their cars out on the main straight. 8 laps, number 8, we're in now. Omar Beamerstein is still fighting with Matthew van der Merwe. Peter Geldenhuys is still settling in nicely into 3rd now. Christopher Long, Mr. Drift King South Africa, is in 4th now. Keon Goos into 5th. Is he settling in there? Leandro Sparks will wrap it up into 6th. And then we've got Mankies in 7th. We've got Sparks in 8th. And we've got Nico Smith in number 9. Can't get to them. Now the action right back to the front. Omar Khan in lap number 9. Look at this. Peter Geldenhuys now also joining the fun and action. Omar's fighting that car of his, trying to regain his position in his lead. He needs this. Omar Khan's first race with us, so any points for him to actually get somewhere in the series, he needs to have a 1 or a 2. Matthew now with the inside line. Matthew should take it. Look at Beamerstein. Brilliant move as he's undercutting him there. As they now fighting, Beamerstein needs to get that inside line, but what a Tigra move is this. He just pulls away from this main straight. Beamerstein now running a bit wide. Peter Geldenhuys is not letting him go. These guys are still mating. Look at this. It's not even a second gap between the first, second, and third. Now look at this. Matthew ran super wide, stepped into the middle of the oval, and that has now let Beamerstein come through. Now the tires are getting from cold to hot to overheating. And now Matthew is now finding himself back into 3rd. Omar Khan is in 1st. He should remain there for the remainder of this race. Peter Geldenhuys is now 3rd. But now look at Christopher Long. He said hello, Matthew, and he's joining the action as well. Matthew now is under huge pressure from Christopher Long as well. Omicron is still settling in nicely here in first position. Peter Geldenhuys is in second. But Matthew is not giving up. Matthew is still chasing a hard down onto Peter, and Christopher Long is also right onto Matthew's rear. But this is going to be a battle. Nice Place versus Emerald Auto Body versus Simrace Crew versus TTS AT Jensen Racing Simulations. Who's going to take this? 2 laps into lap number 16. This shall take them in to the second last lap. Peter running a bit wide, and Matthew capitalizing on that. Now they've got going now with 1 lap almost to go. Christopher Long is looking on the inside. He's putting big pressure onto Matthew now, and you can see Peter Geldenhuys, his car's just getting slightly out of control. Look at that. He just had a spin out there from Matthew. I think there was a little bit of a contact now, but Christopher Long is capitalizing that, pushing him into second position. Omar Khan is now starting his final lap. There's another spin off we had in the middle of the pack now. Leandro Sparks is in the race as well. Leandro Sparks is still racing. Oh, look at Keon. Keon is all off, and Leandro Spark is off. This is now cars that's losing all of their grip, the little bit they had. Omar Khan took that position, number 1. Peter Geldenhuys second, Matthew in third. Christopher Long in fourth, Keon Gous in fifth, and Leandro Spark in sixth. Then we've got Mankis in seventh, Sparks 8th, and Nico Smith is back home in 10th. Shows you. Start some cold tires, and then not even halfway through the race, because of these guys pushing so hard, these cars are actually warming up, and the tires overheat. There's no Conrad there, brilliant racing from him as well. Unfortunately, he was such a good racer the previous heats. Now we've got heat number 9 and our final heat of the evening coming up, as he's saying hello boys, friends and friends. Anyway, let's go out, and then shall be back soon with our final race of this.
I want to rock. run to the places where I can be. I wanna know what is the sound that is something reminding me. I want to know, I got to run to the moment that set me free. You tell me why I hear the sound free.
Okay guys, as we're counting down now, 40 seconds to go for this final heat. We've got Donnie van Rooyen and Dirkie Spec. We've got DJ Rasmus, John Crooks, Janne van der Westhuizen, JP van der Spire, Peter Grobler and Steven Sparks, all going to fight it out for this battle. Who's going to take it? Who's going to be our winner for this evening? And yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Lights on action, and we are about to get this party started. These guys are making their lap now, waiting for our good old friend to catch up with them as well. Donnie van Rooyen is now back in the pits, and James Crook is coming down from the main straight, as you can see him. I wonder why Donnie van Rooyen is now in the main straight, is in the pits actually. Sorry to see him there. Anyway, let's hope these guys go. Look at them, they are now lining up and hopefully getting to their thing. Rain falling down in Johannesburg, and we are going to be racing in Tony Rust in Mobius. Race steers to count us off here. See, Turkish trying to pull car, JP from the Spice car. Steven Sparks can actually come a little bit closer if he wants to. Peter Grobler then in this Jack Tool Racing Sim Race Africa to number 22. And oh god. Oh, we restarted. Server restarting. Minutes ago, guys. Yeah. Always something eventful that's happening. Maybe it could be a couple of guys that's still battling, because if I look at this, I don't see all the guys on the server that's actually supposed to be in here. And yeah, Donnie Florencia, DJ Rasmus, Jack Lucas here, Yanu. I don't see Yanu here. Yeah, they're joining up now. So yeah, there's folks that just joined up. Here's Box E. So guys. Looks like Yanu is battling now. Turkey, maybe from the spy. Off now. Hey, there's our good old friend Donnie van Rooyen that joined us. So nice to see him back in here. We had a brilliant heat previously. So all of these guys actually had good leads, so it's going to be interesting to see who's going to take this. I can't call it. I think it's cool. Maybe from the spy there is now disconnected. seconds to go. Remember, next week we've got Killarney Oval coming up. That is a fast and slippery oval, so there's going to be a lot of spinning, a lot of sideways action, and some deliberate sideways action, as it should be the final. So that what guys will do, they will just go all out and have more fun than what they're supposed to. Racing line. But anyway, 30 seconds to go. Who's going to take this? What's it called? Maybe JP? Turkey. One of those. Difficult. It claims the back lights are on now. Let's see, one lap and then everybody will catch up. We're just waiting for James Crook in the back. James catch up, and then we shall be racing from a service stop. Alright, there we go now. Off the line. For our formation lap now, you can see DJ already running sideways, trying to warm those tires up. JP Aspires super sideways, trying to get heat in those tires. But these tracks are so short, by the time you've got heat in your tires and you stand still, it all just goes down. Even Sparks there in third now, making his way through, as he should also now get in this position. And we've got Van Rooyen there, Conrad, oh, and there goes a big lag spike. That is Terence. Now we're just waiting for the server starter, so our server manager will start it up now, and he will go. There we go. Server says 3, 2, 1. Very long seconds here for the server, and we are racing, going there. JP was caught totally sleeping off the line here, and that, what a brilliant start here that he had off the line. Oh, DJ just ran super wide there. Tony Van Rooyen had an amazing start. That pushes him straight into first position now. And he will take this lead. He's not going to shy on letting it go. JP Van Aspire now making his way through Dirkie van der Westhuizen. And look at him. He had a silly crash at the back there, just spinning up. I thought he would disconnect because it was such damage to the car. You can't jump to the pits in this and come out. You're going to lose too much. Peter Grobler now settling in lucky into fourth position. Stephen Sparks now running sideways in fifth. And then James Crook at the back here in sixth. That joined us as well. PJ206cc. Now we've got back to the front. Donny van Rooyen now running out into the main straight. He's now taking the lead with about 2 seconds to go, which is ample time in some racing or oval track racing leagues. DJ now under slightly pressure from JP, but JP is still a second behind. But there's equally space. I think Peter Grobler is more closer to JP than JP is to DJ. So let's see who's going to take it there and whose nerves, tires, and concentration will hold. And some of these guys with the DD wheels are already battling that their arms can't hold all of this sideways action and fighting these cars on every turn that they can do. So now let's see what happens. Donny van Rooyen now into the sixth leap already. 6.5 laps is already gone. DJ Erasmus is in second position. JP van Aspire in third. Peter Grobler in fourth. Steven Sparks in fifth. And we will take seventh is sixth is actually James Crook. Now DJ is coming under big pressure from JP. Rock Speedway Opel Corsa now versus Emerald Auto Body PJ206cc. Oh, and there that pushes him a little bit wide there. DJ just lost that one as he's just gone out on the track here. Actually, 6. Back to the action on the front now. Donny van Rooyen is now making good lead for himself. 3.4 seconds. Extended lead already. And we can see James Crooks there just spun out again on the inside of the track. JP van Aspire there in second position. Peter Grobler is now settling in nicely into third. And that is the highest he's been for this evening. James Crook at the back there joined the action. Stephen Sparks is also in there as he's now James Crook. Oh, there is huge lag, I think, from James Crook's side because I saw him in the middle of the oval and then he jumped out in the back. Stephen, so unfortunate for him there. DJ, nice to see him back on the track as he's still fighting. I mean, never stop fighting. Donnie's still in the front now, but look at the action here between JP from the Spy and Peter Grobler. 0.3 of a second between Peter and JP. Corsa versus Corsa. Let's see who's going to have it. 3 laps to go. Peter, I wonder if he's going to take it now. Going into lap 13. And now needs to have a clean. He's goes clipping the curbs there. Two-way action for Peter, unsettling that car, and that will cost him gear speed. I mean, look at that already. 1.2 seconds behind. He was 0.3 down. So shows you a little bit of a mistake in the oval what he does. Pushes you on what he does make. Big thunderstorm here in Joburg, and you need the rain. So nice to have it. 15 laps now. We've got to finish off in 2 more. JP from the Spy is now settling in quite nicely, and I don't think Peter Grobler will catch him unless one of these guys make a big mistake like JP, just slipping and sliding there as they go through turn 1 into the main straight. And 3-4. Let's get Peter. Peter's in second gear the whole time. Interesting thing, JP is in fourth gear the whole time. Look at this, same car, same power. Fourth gear, Peter's running into second gear. The whole thing. Donnie van Rijn now coming down from the back straight into this last corner. He will take this win now. Donnie wins this race. Well done to him. JP van der Spy will take second position from Peter Grobler. Peter gave him a fight of note. That was good. Now the big battle here. Steven Spark needs to regain and hold on because DJ is actually looking to cross. There we go. DJ just crossed the line. He's actually got 1 lap to go, but he will still cross it, and then James Crooks will bring that one back in. But there, guys, you had it. This was our 9th heat for the evening, and join us please next week when we shall do Killarney Oval. That will be a super fast one, like we mentioned before. These guys are no jokers. Going to be some good old sideways action, and everybody's going to have some good fun on that track. See, Peter Grobler here is going to do some dynos for us. But from myself, Charles Reynolds here at SimRace Africa admin team, and all of my fellow colleagues, we wish everybody that looked a safe week. Be safe, guys. Keep it up, and we shall see you guys soon. God bless. Bye.
Ten.